Okay, Jatinder, I know you were on the call at the start because you were kind enough to remind me to start the recording. You asked about 6 or 7 questions, more than the one I said you were allowed, but I'm going to answer 5 of them because they're great questions and they help a lot of people. I'm not going to get to do your site review of your particular site because I thought if I do your 5 questions that's more than enough, but I am doing a bunch of site reviews in a couple of minutes and some of the stuff that I'm going to say to other people applies to your website, so do stick around and listen to those site reviews. Okay, so let's go through your questions. You asked 5 questions and they're all about general search engine optimization practices. So I'm going to go through them. First up, you said, what is the best way to get free backlinks that help with search engine rankings? The best way to get backlinks, I'm glad you used the word free, don't ever buy them. You buy them and Google find out you've bought links, then your history, you get banned from Google, that's the end of it. So I'm glad to use the word free. The best way to get free backlinks is to write brilliant content. I mean, there is no other way. You want to write absolutely superb content that people want to link to. But let me give you a technique for argument's sake. And this will help you then think of ways to do this. But here's an example. Let's say, okay, my company, what I do is AdWords advertising. That's what I sell. Okay. So a good link for me would be a link from Perry Marshall. Perry Marshall is the godfather of AdWords. If I could get a link from Perry Marshall's website back to my website, that would be a very good link to get. So how do I do that? Well, I write great content, but what I do actually is, in Perry's case, Perry's recently launched a book, The 80-20 Principle. Exceptionally good book. If you haven't read it, I suggest everyone read it. I could write a blog post that would be a review of that book, a detailed review. I mean, a very thorough, honest review, a quality review, not just a couple of paragraphs of, I read this, it was brilliant, you should buy it. I want to write something that's really good and high quality. And then I would write to Perry and say, I thought you should know, I've done a review of your book, which, by the way, I thought was excellent, and here's this very detailed, honest review of your book. Now, he's going to find it very hard not to link to that, to show other people that, look, go over here, look what Mike Seddon's got to say about my book. There's the link. So that's a great way to build links. If there are major influencers in your particular industry, go find out what they've done, do a review of it, do a review of their product, do a review of their website, do a review of them, and write to them and show them what you've done. And I think you'll get a link. Should anchor text still contain keywords? Yes, definitely. Those rules haven't changed. A lot of what you hear about, what's it called these days? Penguin and they called something else new come out now, Venice or Vienna. They love these names. Everything you hear about is just further enhancements to the Google algorithm to try and get rid of spammy websites with spammy content. The old stuff still works, it's just the new stuff is also coming in to affect it as well. So having link text or anchor text pointing to your web pages using the keywords that you're trying to get that web page to rank for still helps. And the same rules still apply. You don't want every single link going to that page to contain the keywords because Google will see that as spammy. You need to have a mix of words going to the website, but make sure that the keywords are in some of those links. Is it best to have an external blog or one built into your site? Easy answer, one built into your site is by far the best. You see, if by an external blog you mean one hosted on something like Blogger or WordPress.com, then all that's happening there is any link traffic that you're getting to that blog is benefiting those blog sites. It's not benefiting your website at all. So what you need to do is host the blog on your own website. So you need to get the blog software from wordpress.org, not .com, .org, and host that on your website and build your blog as part of your website. Is interesting. So somebody somewhere has told you, Joe Tinder, that the trick then is to have loads of links in your blog pointing back to other pages on your website, and that will help it climb in the rankings. That isn't strictly true. What you want to do is have links on your blog posts that make sense to be there. So just crafting links to other places on your website to try and spread the link juice around doesn't make sense. If you've got a reason to link to another blog post or a reason to link to somewhere else on your website, then that's all well and good. You should include it in the blog post. If you have a reason to link to somebody else's website outside of your blog, then you should do it. Google's really clever. There's some really smart people, and they are looking for a good customer experience on your website. So if you're doing something to try and con Google or convince Google to rank you, then it'll probably backfire. But if you're doing stuff for the genuine reason to offer a good customer experience, chances are that you'll get the big thumbs up from Google and you'll be rewarded with higher ranking. So I hope those questions helped you, Joe Tinder.